Existentially Challenged. I went through this book instantly when it arrived in the mail. Once again, Croshaw does not disappoint. I feel like some people could get turned off by the way he writes teens. They can occasionally feel a bit inaccurate or stereotypical. But if that doesn't bother you, everything he writes stays at about the same standard. Pretty good. So Existentially Challenged picks up pretty soon after the end of Differently Morphous. The Department of Extra-Dimensional Affairs, or DITA for short, has started to get a grasp on the magical happenings in Britain, but it is still very much fighting an uphill battle. Magic is a completely new dynamic in society, and suddenly social standards are overturned. Laws too are then brought into question. Suddenly people are demanding protections for magical users. There should be laws in place to stop people from claiming to have magical powers, as that is magical appropriation. We must stop all of these crystal healers and palm readers and fortune tellers. They aren't actually magical, they're merely taking advantage of people and making the magically inclined look bad. So legislation is put in place that bans anyone from impersonating the use of magic or implying that they have magical abilities. This attempt to quash a very specific set of grifters takes a bad turn as people realize that the bill itself wasn't very well thought out. Suddenly, religion gets thrown into the spotlight. The Church of England begins to sweat as people start to wonder if Jesus, in fact, doesn't break this new law. Did he have magical powers, or was he a hoax? How can we prove this? Should Christianity as a whole be abolished as illegal due to the wording of this new law? Like the first book, Croshaw uses this over-the-top, blown-up controversy as a vehicle for his story. He uses this as a framework to then drop his characters in and tell a pretty compelling murder mystery. Our characters are as goofy and lively as ever, and this book uses its time to flesh out not only the mechanics of this world, but the relationship between these characters. Backstory on some of our more mysterious cast members is slowly drip-fed to us over the course of the book, and even then, not all is revealed. There are still a lot of hanging questions at the end of this book about one of the characters, but I don't see that as an issue per se, because that merely means at some point there will be a third book, which I will happily wait for. I know writing isn't Croshaw's main thing, so books from him are kind of a happy surprise, so for now I'll be happy with the enjoyment I got from this series and move on to other things.